Alright, hello everybody, this is Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV's Endwalker. So, this will be the intro that I'm using for it for a while, guys, just because I'm probably going to be playing this straight and probably won't have time to do intros and outros. So, I hope everybody here enjoys, and thank you for watching this, and let's go ahead and start it right up. Alright, welcome back everybody. So, remember last episode, we ended up going back to Ratsadon, or whatever the hell it's called, and Ratsahan, yes. And we successfully were able to cure everybody, well, cure those that we could at the time of tempering, and learned a little bit more about something called the spiritual side that is separate from regular ether. Especially since our flower decided to go glow gold, the one that Cryle, aka Hydaelyn, gave us to at that time. Question is that going to play? How much of an importance is that going to play, and how much more do we have to deal with? We've already destroyed one of Daniel's towers. The question is, are we going to destroy the rest, or is it going to be up to the Alliance leaders to decide? Chambers come for our help. If it's cold in there, just let me know. We have plenty of blankets to spare. I wish it was cold right now. I am sweating, man. Welcome back. I and Crowds appraise me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. While it's not much, I've changed your sheets and plumped up your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone. Being it penning a thesis or defeating diformed entities. So would you like to take a look at your new and improved lodgings now? Yes. I get Archon, loaf bread, poggers. You putting the flower there? Oh look, we get to look outside, just like Shadowbringers. I bet somebody doesn't come crashing through there to kill us.
Protect them well.
Is that Vritra?
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you? We've bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
This is the crap I said they should put in the game. Thank you, Yoshi P, for bringing that in. Just wholesome moments with the other characters. Oh my god, he's eating a burger. He's gonna drop it. Oh, he sounds like me. Please throw it at him. He's like me when I eat. It's just like, oh.
Lest you wonder, we invited Astinian as well. But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Garlean cuisine is not to his liking.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
I like the fact they let her put down her hood
What?
finally.
To perfect his brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Garlean feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Astinian, beset on all sides.
Excuse me, why isn't the pinky out? The pinky is out as a gesture of high class. Graz is literally just like me when I eat. There's just
Speaking of one's
food.
physical condition, Mistress Cryle, I hear you recently played literal host to Hydaelyn herself.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done. If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Something must be going on with her.
Hydaelyn instructed you to carry that flower, yes?
Sure.
'Twill be your guide. Test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat-Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt, the relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed, and in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Tlofuroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day.
I wish I got to see my character eat that burger. I'd kill that. Get rid of the tomatoes, though.
Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume?
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion. They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Oh!
Is that a muffin? I just seen a muffin, and I don't know why, but I'm just starving right for that cupcake. My brain's sensing sweets. It's like food. You do know these are my quarters. Shall we call it a night? Are we pushing on until dawn? I vote for A.
I'm not that ambitious. But it is pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
What'd you do to him? Is it green? I had a sense. My brain thought green. Hey, that stem has a pointy end on the bottom of it. Can I stab somebody with that bitch? It's like a shank. Oh, it's Xenos. I'm in danger.
Ah! Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that.
Why does he sound a little bit different?
I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom.
Well, that makes him happy because it makes the fight more good for him.
Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether.
He does sound different.
If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
No. All else is equal. Equally tedious. Equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more, and then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting, too, was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
I hope you don't mind us barging in a room of our late-night feast. For what it's worth, it did me a world of good to put our troubles to one side, if only for a moment. I know the flower was happy, because it was glowing green. Pewter weapon coffer. Ooh. Oh, there you are. Feeling refreshed, I hope. I was about to make my way to the studio as it happens. I wanted to try and speak with the Scalark, Jane, and thank him for coming to our rescue in Rostra. It turns out he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd already departed for Favnir. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud with his former students. Since we're still waiting for you to stall and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Sure. It's settled. Twins will be coming too. Assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his new toys, I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead of Phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studio for a time. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. Unlike some of the signs, I am not an alumni of the studium. As such, I have no acquaintances there. I'm obliged to visit. And while I'd love nothing more than to pore over the many great tomes of Phenomenon, I fear my presence there would stir up more unwanted troubles. So, for now I will be patient, much as it pains me to do so. Wait, did I ever get the pants from that? Oh, I did. What's this one even look like? I kind of like the purplish hue. That looks kind of cool. And the other one's level 81, if I remember correctly as well, correct? No, wait. Or it has to be level 80. Level 80. Item level 520. Oh, no. Oh, gotta talk to them. Father can master these fiendish contraptions, and so can I. Hang on for a stroll. The scholar himself was here. In that case, what will we be waiting for? I too am eager to see him, though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studio. I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Often of all people wearing a rich reputation, at our alma mater no less. The wonders never cease. You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. What did he do? What did Alphino do? I want to know what that idiot did to have done that. Leave the bold Charlotte. What level has this gotten to? Is this still level 80? This is still... No, wait. Sound the bell, school's in. So this is level 82 content now. Okay. I was kind of curious on how that was going to work. Is that the sculpted picture above the entrance? That's the mark of Thalic, the scholar, bearer of the waters of knowledge. It's not an exaggeration to say that Charlene itself is one enormous shrine name, and that especially noticeable here in the studio. It's like only yesterday I walked through these doors. Here it is, Phenomenon. While I expect you made note of it before, one can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here on official business, correct? While most of the space is taken up by expansive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices and so forth. As the center of what would later become the studium, it was established to promote the study of theological phenomenon, hence the name. The ether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life, even the universe itself. Then, in the 432nd year of the 6th Astral Era, phenomenon was decreed complete, and the studium officially opened it as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in etherology, the arcane, the occult, astromancy, countless other fields, standing proud as Charlene's foremost educational institute. Oh, they're just making fun of him at this point. He always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. Indeed, I've long since lost track of how many times he had recited that same foppish speech. Such is his undying love for his old stamping ground. He was in top form back then, youngest to enter the studium, graduated with highest honors in magical arts and etherology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber. Hold on, you both joined the studium at the same age, yes? From where I stand, you're equally prodigious scholars. Oh god. Coughing. I need something to drink. Need Dr. Pepper. That should calm me down. Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered a half year before me, nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors. I'm certainly not the studium's most notorious master debater. Oh, respects, have I ever been in his shadow? If nothing else, just remember that this is where the legend of Alphino Louvier began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully we'll be somewhat more welcome here than we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration the student body has for Alphino, and with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. Does that mean they hate him? Well, there's no time like the present. First things first, let's look for the Scholark, I cannot say his Monteshane. Other faculty tend to frequent their offices, but fortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wherever so his whim takes him. Let's wait up and ask students if they've seen him. I feel like most of these students hate Alphino. I don't want to be rude to Alphino, but, you know. I could see it. That was Alphino Olivier, wasn't the Alphino Olivier. He's with his sister, Master Baldician's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word. Oh, sorry, you said you were looking for the Scarlock, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere, but Miss Leopo should have a better idea. These people... Oh my god, Alphino, you idiot. Things were bad enough during our school day, and Alphino's time here abroad is only hiding his fame. Or should that be infamy? As his rival detractors, of course, that most of them gave that up after his adoring fans set upon him like ravenous dogs. Alphino, on the other hand, never paid that much notice. They were simply beneath him. If that you're saying, that concerns me even further with what I'm about to deal with. Sure, I'll tell you about it after my business with Scarlock is concluded. Scarlock, tell me, my good fellow, does this have something to do with saving the world from catastrophe? Might we turn our attention to Master Olivier's graduation thesis? I too have my doubts regarding our policy of non-intervention. Truly, your experience overseas are the reason you incurred ire of the Forum. Oh, what I wouldn't begin to get those buttheads with those old colleges. That's how you get shot. I'm assuming it's this door that opens up. I did not see Crow in this. Where did Crow went? Is she in here? Oh, I think. Is that Crow? A lot of tea is in here. We lost wandering off the streets, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, absolutely, me. Orientation is in order. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to Search's Meet. Start with the question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the studium? That's right, books. And what's the second most important thing? Why, that's simple. Everything else. That's what we deal with here at the Search's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Pasa, this tongue of giant toad, Gigantatoad. That is enough to make your hair stand on end, which is possibly why some of our students are trying to accomplish this, being a school of magic and all. And our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. I've tracked down many miscellaneous knickknacks in my time, but I'm no gleaner. The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information on the scholar's whereabouts. Oh, so what you're telling me is you're not a gleaner? Yes, that's exactly what you said, isn't it? And you're looking for a Scarlock. I'm afraid we don't have any of those in stock, but I can... Oh, you mean him. He was here, but he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though he said he was on his way to Maker's Meet. Go by the way you came in, and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts, home to many rare and expensive curiosos. Next to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. Either way, just follow the boat's curdling screw. And time it's taken me to tell you all this, Scarlock has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. All I read was the words blood-curdling screams. So what the hell is going on the other side of the damn room? It's getting real. That crowd's on this side. Oh yeah, she is on this side. Called it. Surprisingly, Scott's not in his office. I did, however, speak with one student who saw him not long ago, so he can come far. I'm assuming he's just in here. Blood curdling screams? Oh. Oh, thank God. I thought this exploded and there was just a fire in there. What to say, wow, it got real. Yes, Scarlock was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he went down the corridor, perhaps to one of the auditoriums? I'm assuming to the left. And if he went to any auditorium, it is sound the bells of school's in. So I'm assuming it's this room he's in. He wouldn't have been in the other room, because the other room's that other area we went to. Poggers, poggers, poggers.
You?
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the Annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Montoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
How is that even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
Oh my god. We're back in school, everybody. We're gonna die.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The
Such a
ether,
dick.
which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms. Two are of the incorporeal sort, the soul and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
I'm assuming it's corporeal ether, right?
Yes, very good.
Just say magic.
This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it. Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether. as comprises the memories.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
The Seventh Umbral Calamity. The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Garlean prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace.
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve, rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable. Well, I think that's enough education for today, now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet.
That still goes back to Azim.
I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldesion, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend. Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapol. She's well known among the artisans of Garlean.
and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
All that makes me think about is a Z-More. You've been granted the run for one of your game. Key Alopa would be your artistry to good use. So the memory is etched into the soul, but it can be muddled. So was the promise that Hydaelyn made to Azim something we cannot remember because it's been muddied? So the question is that, well, is there a way for us to remember in any way that promise, which will result, wait a minute, so if they result in killing us, and we remember what Hydaelyn promised Azim, they come back at the end of the game to give you an ability to come back after remembering that memory, and then all hell breaks loose. That's the only thing I can think of. That had to be something that could be plausible. It certainly is. I can't guarantee it. It's just my mind going at it like at 100 miles an hour trying to think of stuff. That's the only bad thing. I probably won't remember anything I'm saying now, but it's for future reference. If you watch the video and you actually take notes about what I'm saying, it makes me quite interested in that fact. Because that memory is not with us anymore. So there has to be a reason why we can't remember everything as Azim. There must have been something that went on. Something between Hydaelyn and Azim happened that we don't know. I want to know more. I wish Hydaelyn would be able to talk to us and explain the entire situation to us. Scholark Montchain is best known for his role as the head of student. He is said to be one of the finest mages Charlie has ever procured. Have seen for myself the ease which he weaves extraordinarily complex and powerful magics. I have no reason to doubt the claim. Some of my earliest memories are of Scholark Montchain. Actually, he was a close friend of our grandfather. He would come for tea and amaze us with his tricks, much like his demonstration with the paper and ink. He's a huge part of why I wanted to enter the studio in the first place. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I just got access to the new weapon. I wonder how much better this new weapon is. Where is she at? Oh, I didn't even do it yet. Wait. Very plain arrow. Where's it at? Huh. Well, that's given me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding forms true motives and the mysteries of life itself, for good measure. It's funny, I came here with the intent to express my gratitude only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in the days to come. As on that note, let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way you could better acquaint yourself with Kialopa, as the Scholark suggested, while I share findings with Raha. Still have my new... Yeah, I got the open pog. Alright. So where is this person at I have to talk to back at the, back here? Let's see, did Renget ever get on? I haven't bothered checking yet. I know he said he was on earlier, so I'm just checking. No, it says he's still off. I don't think he gets off till about 9. Certainly was a very interesting thing to learn about. So if that promise did exist between us, what does that mean for our character in the long run? What level are we at? What level of missions are we at? 82? There's still 8 more levels and what's beyond that. I want to know more. I really want to know more now. This is driving me insane to know more. I'm going to go ahead and equip the old weapon because I want to go to the Mender real quick. Good, my ability's still there. Actually, wait a minute. That looks like somebody's character I've seen on the actual somebody else's stream. That's funny. But I guess we'll end this episode here. I think we went well over 30 minutes. I think I'm nearing 40 to 50. So it's kind of like I need to end this episode right now. So, unfortunately, guys, for you, that means you get the jump cut. But as I said before, I'm very intrigued by how that's going to work. It makes me wonder how that's... So you can muddy it so people can't remember. So I wonder if something similar happened with Azim and Hydaelyn. That had to have happened at some point. There has to be something, and there was an agreement between both groups that occurred. But we don't know anything about that. Maybe Hydaelyn will be willing to divulge us into going into the future when a certain situation occurs. I really want to know. Oh, God, dude. I just gotta keep playing. But sadly enough, I think I'm done with FF for today. At least from my end for playing it through to Endwalker. If Red gets on later, I'll probably run around with him. I think he was back. He's back doing Realm Reborn still, so I'll probably run around and see if he needs any help doing any of the dungeons. Me myself, I am thoroughly enjoying Endwalker. This so far is very enjoyable. The one thing that is making me more and more intrigued is the fact this lore is making me think more and more, because I want to know. I want to know the stuff that I don't know, and I want to see if they answer it in a good way. I know that's probably one of the things that I think Square, especially Yoshi P, was very adamant about. This game has been going on for over 8 to 10 years. Well, 8 years actually. And it's the accumulation of what the old Final Fantasy was after it was destroyed going into the new one thanks to the calamity of the Seventh Umbral Calamity. And I want to see where this story ends at because this is the final one. And it really, really has me on edge to know more. I just want to see where they go with it, man. I need to know where this goes. That's why I said that made me, like, this is the same thing that happened when I played Shadowbringers that drove me absolutely insane. I played Realm Reborn. I remember getting hooked on the story eventually, playing the hell out of it after figuring out, for the most part, how things work. Same thing with Heaven's Ward. Stormblood ran a similar way. Shadowbringers really had me, like, down and playing nonstop. I literally played the game until I freaking beat it. I don't know if it was the same day or not, but I definitely remember playing the game until, like, I pretty much beat it. I went crazy in it, dude. It was so much fun. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the same thing with Endwalker. That's really the question of the day. Can I keep playing until I'm done? No, I got to stop at some point. But it's been enjoyable so far. I know tomorrow's Saturday. I don't think I'm going to have time to play tomorrow. I might go out of town and visit family up where my brother lives. So I don't know if I'll have time tomorrow to be able to record. If I do get lucky and I don't have to do anything on Monday, that's my other big record day. I'm going to play the living hell out of this. I might even get some free time on Sunday even. I haven't decided what I want to do tomorrow. I know if some of my family wants to go up, but I'm like, I want to go, but at the same time, I really, really want to play this. And I don't get to go up to his house too often, and that's what the bad part is. I know I'm off Monday and next Saturday, so it kind of makes me look forward to that. But Monday I already sat there and said that if I get called out, I sat there and said I was available. So I'm hoping I get blessed by the Lord Almighty God and I get another day off and I can just play this game all day again. I'll probably be up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, going deep into this bitch because I want to keep playing, man. Like tomorrow, if I didn't go, I'd probably be playing this game from probably 10 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock. I'd be playing this game for like 7 hours, dude. And I could do it. I played this game for over 12 hours. I woke up at, if you count me waking up and sitting here waiting for the game to start, it's been going on for over, I've been up for 15 hours doing this, so I'm not going to attend to this anymore. I'm not going to let this keep getting pushed over and over. So see you guys. Say hello to Bass Demon as he gives you the outro as always. So enjoy. All right, everybody. This is Demon telling you goodbye. I hope everybody enjoyed this episode of Endwalker. Again, I probably won't get too lucky and have too many like openings because there's gonna be so many people playing Endwalker. So I'm doing a custom little outro for it this time around. So as I always sit there and say, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys then. Thanks.